And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Philadelphia Eagles. Next on Madden NFL 25.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Greg, one of the joys of covering the league week in, week out, you watch guys grow and mature, and all of a sudden you turn around and look at the quarterbacks we have in this game. Now we're looking at guys who have arrived at that magic term, franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I think you just have to give a lot of credit, of course, to the player themselves, the work, the ability to invest in themselves to develop, but also in these organizations. They continue to surround these quarterbacks as they've gotten older with better talent, better systems, play to their strengths, maybe protect some of their weaknesses. That's what it takes to play at a high level at the quarterback for a long time in the NFL, and give credit to both these players and both these organizations. I think it's official. They have their quarterback of the future, and the future looks bright.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Eagles led out by their quarterback, and he is the leader of this offense. Jalen Hurts has that calm demeanor about him, can make the big plays as well. Greg, here he is already in his 5th year in the NFL.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
There's the tight end, Grant Calcaterra. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
So here is the former Giant. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get about 4 out of that one, and that should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Hurts to the air on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Here's Barkley. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
This one is caught by Dotson. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Bengals offense comes out led by their quarterback, Joe Burrow. Can they keep him healthy? Because when he's good, he's so good. Won the Heisman during his days at LSU. Took this team to the Super Bowl. Now, Greg, year 5 for Burrow with the Bengals.
We're about to watch one of the most gifted passers in the league, Mike, and it's not only just his arm talent. That's, of course, off the charts, but his ability to process, his ability both pre- and post-snap to operate maybe on a little bit of a different level than some of the other quarterbacks around the league. I mean, he is surgical with his approach, And he's on the short list of truly elite quarterbacks we have to offer in this league. And for us to get a front row seat, man, how special is that? The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They go play action for Burrow. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. And he's gonna be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He runs with it. And Burrow not going to take any chances. Slides to a stop after picking up the first down. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one, and it'll bring up second and goal.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. Now they'll be looking at third and goal.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now,
it is brought in the end zone. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Greg, I love the precision on that play. Very little time, very confined space, and they come through with the touchdown.
And it's the accuracy of the throw, Mike, that protects his receiver. Everything down here near the goal line is so condensed. You understand you're going to be thrown into tight windows, but when you trust your quarterback to protect you with the ball placement, it gives you a lot more confidence going across the middle of the field, and in this case, pays off for a touchdown.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for first and 10. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Now he'll air one out. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
How impressive was this, Mike? I mean, every week, yes, we see running backs used in the passing game. Check down, screens out of the backfield, typically underneath short throws that allow them to then run after the catch. But for him to not only generate separation downfield, but then track that ball, I mean, frankly, he looked like a wide receiver. I mean, that is impressive performance out of the backfield for a guy that on the roster is labeled as a running back.
A pistol snap back to Hurts. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Hurts. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Here's Barkley, and that big offensive line. Clearing space. He's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Eagles will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Charlie Jones now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Second and a yard. They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw, Burrow. This one complete to Higgins. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Higgins sent in motion. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Play action now. It's Burrow. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else. There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Hurts will try it again. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Nice run there by Barkley, and he certainly surprised a lot of people in free agency. Not only that he left the Giants, but that he chose to sign with one of their biggest rivals in the process. He now joins a loaded Eagles roster, and having him in the fold will certainly help as they try to get back to another Super Bowl here in 2024.
On first down, it's Hurts. To the outside, catch made by Brown. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick as that ball is coming out.
And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt. And the Bengals are going to take possession here as they get it at their own 4.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception. But in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start this on the ground with Moss. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow here on 2nd down. To the middle of the field. That's taken in by Chase. And he's taken down up past the 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. On the handoff, this is Moss. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now he'll run.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
The Bengals ready to punt this one away. Back deep for Philly, it's Cooper DeJean. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Eagles offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Man in motion is Smith. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Big Sheldon Rankins in there for the stop. They need to get it to the 27. This is third down. Here's Hurts. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Now a fair catch is taken here, just short of the 45-yard line. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. And what a start he's off to. You don't want to start prorating numbers out for 4 quarters, but fair to say, defense going to have to find some way to slow him down. First and 10. A carry here for Brown. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. On first and 10, Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. There's a run out of the gun with Moss. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
To throw is Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. On first down, it's Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. Now we get whistles. Time has run out. The first quarter has come to an end. We are through one. 14-7 is our score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similarly.
Hurts working in the pistol. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Hurts going to keep it on the option. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now Hurts. The throw on the run is complete. Second down and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. On the ground, it's the tight end. And he's going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1. Hurts will work here from the pistol. Looking right side, he's got a receiver. It's Smith. And he will get into the end zone. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Eagles will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Jones now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bengals offense headed back to take over once more. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. A run with Moss to begin the drive. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Look him up on a second down and 8. They bring Chase in motion. Now a second down throw for Burrow. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage. Third and long. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Burrow finds Chase for a big one. And even 30 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep trying to avoid tackles there, but the ball is out. And this is taken in by the defense.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, but it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Gonna fire this one out to Smith. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. He keeps it himself. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop. Here now, 3rd and 5. Hurts. He'll try to run for it. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
A first down throw for Hurts. That one complete to Brown. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. That is caught. What a throw. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return is Chase Brown. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll give up the middle to Moss. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They go once more with Moss. And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. Josh Sweat there on the tackle. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Second down, Burrow. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
They'll set up the screen to Brown. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st, so it'll bring up 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts getting set for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the 1st half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. from the shotgun. It's Hurts. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Man in motion is Brown. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Still going. That long one's going to bring them first and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line. Big-time play with Hurts and Brown. It's a gain of 49. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Again, Hurts. This one caught at the 4. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Brown now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase getting set for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing is Burrow. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Burrow here on 2nd down. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion.
Well, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch. Because right now, these downfield passes, the defense is all over.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. DeJean to return it, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Eagles offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Dotson, the man in motion. Hurts to the air on 1st down. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to have a 1st down. They get into field goal range here at the 29. To the air again. Hurts. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. This one into the hands of Brown. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. The Eagles were led in the 1st half by their dynamic quarterback, Jalen Hurts. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided 1st half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They go play action for Burrow. He'll get this complete. It's Moss. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Third and 6. Burrow. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. To throw is Burrow. That one knocked away and incomplete.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
Third and 5. Now, Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. 17 yards on that play. It's a Cincinnati first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Tight end, the motion man to the right. Now a second down throw for Burrow. This one complete to Higgins. And he's in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
On is McPherson for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bengals are able to cut the deficit to 10. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Here's 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
A pistol snap back to Hurts. That's caught left side by Goddard. A gain there of 15. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Hurts. That's to the right side, caught by Goddard. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And a short pickup down inside the 10.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
9 yards from the end zone for 2nd down and goal. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
On 4th down, here comes Jake Elliott for the Philadelphia field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles will extend their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Jones now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back, Zach Moss, to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Here's a handoff to Moss. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 33 yards.
You know, Mike, this is why they teach these guys to never give up on a run. There was multiple times there that he could have taken what he got, go down with the tackle, and live to play another day. But he kept fighting, broke free, and then look at the play that resulted. Huge gain.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Another try with Moss. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
A 1st down throw for Burrow. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
2nd down, Burrow. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. This is fielded inside the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
Brown with a nice first down, and it just seems like every year, Mike, he just gets better and better. Remember, when he came over, this Philadelphia Eagles organization was hoping he was going to be that signature weapon of this offense, and boy, has he ever. 1,400 yards each of the last 2 seasons, and he seems to have picked up right where he left off.
And he's not going to get away. They track him down.
If your quarterback is going to make a habit, Mike, of operating outside the numbers or the outer third of the field, you better neutralize the EMO. So what EMO stands for is the end man on the line. It could be a defensive end, a linebacker, or any walked-up perimeter player who is responsible for setting the edge. You have to get them accounted for, because if not, you better keep your quarterback in the pocket, or else you're going to suffer a lot of sacks.
To throw on second down is Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
So the hope is, when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
On third down, here's Hurts. Open man, right side. He's got it. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. First down, Philadelphia.
Having the ability to move your running back to the widest receiver, they call those the number 1 receiver, meaning he's the closest to the sideline, it really forces a defense to show their hand. Do we keep a corner out there, and I know it's zone, or do I move a linebacker or safety out there, and now you tell the offense that it's man coverage? So the versatility and the chess piece that is the running back position, it could do so much to help not only the play caller, but also the quarterback.
That's over the middle, complete to Brown. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage.
Zach Taylor not liking that last call all that much, and out comes the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Hurts working in the pistol. He's got it at the 7. He is in. Devontae Smith, touchdown Eagles. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. First and 10. Play action now. It's Burrow. This one deep downfield for Chase. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Burrow here on second down. A throw on the run is complete.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
You see, Mike, anytime the quarterback is hit right as he's about to release the ball, there's just no telling where this ball is going to end up. In this case, it leads to the easy interception, but you have to give credit and give the assist. That pass rush is what created that turnover.
The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. And as we look back at some of the highlights of this one, Greg, definitely a lot to show from the passing game.
Yeah, and as good as the offense feels about their passing game, I think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got a lot of learning to do because you just get burned time and time again. You'd think at some point you'd make an adjustment and make a correction. So at this point, they've given up 4 touchdown passes. You're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL giving up that production in one phase of the game.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On first down, it's Hurts. That's caught by Stoll. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Hurts going to hold on to this one. And he will do it himself. He's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And, Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles tack on one more to their lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Brown now to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Burrow. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
This one caught by Chase.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. To throw is Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Burrow now. That is caught. Finding Higgins. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
I love this decision here, Mike. 3rd and inches, everyone in the building's just thinking you're going to just plow it up the middle and get a fresh set of downs. This is probably the best opportunity to strike downfield in the passing game, and that's exactly what they did.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. 17 yards as they hook up again and pick up the 1st. They go play action for Burrow. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be taken down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. They'll run here with Brown. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Some determined running, but they're going to stop him short of the goal line.
You could tell that this defense was ready for this exact play call. They know that they're going to give their quarterback a chance both through the air and on the ground with his legs. They do a nice job stopping him short of the goal line to force 4th down.
So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bengals cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. A run with Barkley. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
This one is caught by Dotson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here comes 3rd and 6. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. And they convert on 3rd down.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the first down.
They'll run the counter with Barkley. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Barkley. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Now Hurts, gonna call his own number. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. They run out of the gun with Barkley. Not much there, maybe a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And good hard running will get him down close to a first down, might be a yard short. They have converted twice on third down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. They'll pitch it to Barkley, and he will fight his way to the end zone. Saquon Barkley, touchdown Eagles. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Burrow. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Open man, left side. He's got it. Down the left sideline. And he's going to take this one all the way. 77 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals are able to edge a bit closer. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The offense Headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Saquon. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. A pistol snap back to Hurts. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
Man in motion is Brown. On 1st down, it's Hurts. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. That's taken in right side by Goddard. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down, and here comes 4th down. And that's going to do it. With that last throw, he surpasses Norm Van Brocklin, most passing yards ever in a game. Van Brocklin at 554 over 70 years ago, 1951. Help from the O-line, help from the receivers, an incredible performance, an NFL record set here. And he's going to have the Eagles' 1st down, it would appear. Yes, he does, by a full yard. They get the conversion on 4th and 2.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
That's caught left side by Goddard. And the tackle is made at about the 6.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. Man in motion is Smith. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. Big play coming up. 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott on now for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Eagles are going to extend their lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Brown now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. They'll do so with 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. He'll get that to all his tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. Throwing is Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
They bring Chase in motion. On 1st and 10, Burrow. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
He's got it at the 7. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
This one caught at the 4.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
They'll run with Moss. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain.
The thing that stands out to me about this defense, Mike, is they just make you earn everything. They don't concede any downs. You see it here on this last play. Great job here. No gain. Forced third down.
They'll run. It's Moss. And this time, he's in. Zach Moss. Touchdown, Bengals. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
McPherson now for the PAT. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Barkley running left. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here's Barkley. And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Hurts now on 3rd and 2. That one caught by Smith. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Hurts finding Smith and an Eagle. 1st down. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. To throw is Hurts. That's to the sideline and pulled in by Smith. And worth noting with that last completion, that's going to set an all-time record, most completions in a single game. So it's a win here for the Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. And in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.